Hi there friends, if you're new to my channel, my name's Nicole and welcome to another installment of Nicole's Vlogmas. That's not really a Vlogmas, but I'm calling it that anyways because I'm trying to upload a video every day leading up to Christmas. So today I thought that I would do a little bit of an update on my New Year's resolutions because December is that time of year that I'm always like, oh my god, I said I was going to do all of those things this year and did I actually do them? I need to do them now. So I always like in December to kind of reflect upon what I wanted to do at the beginning of the year and whether or not I've accomplished it. So this year I decided to set 17 goals instead of trying to make like overarching resolutions because I thought that that might be easier to hit. So we're gonna find out if it was. If you want to read them all, I will put a link in the description box down below to the blog post where I wrote all of them back in January. So the first one was no excess spending in January, which I basically took to mean like no buying things other than like toiletries and food and things that I like really needed to have. You know, like if a class asked me to go buy something, I would do it. And I actually accomplished that, which was really good. And it was kind of nice to kind of be more thoughtful about my spending, especially like going to Target and just ending up with a bunch of stuff that I didn't have on my list. The next thing was to read 20 books. I have currently read 18 books. I am reading a couple of others right now. Basically, I have a hardcover book that I'm reading that I'm not willing to throw into my bag whenever I'm going out and about, so then I also have a paperback book that I'm reading. And I definitely think I will be able to reach 20 books by the end of the year, if not more than that. The next thing was to turn in my thesis, which I did in May, and I passed, which was amazing. So my undergraduate thesis, or dissertation as they would say here in the UK, is done. The next thing was to go to the gym because basically in the fall and winter of 2016, I didn't set foot inside of a gym. So I actually have been going to the gym, not a ton, but a lot in 2017. I went some early in the year in January and February, and then kind of went off and on for the rest of that school year. But then over the summer, I started going to the gym at home, and I had a session with a personal trainer who taught me how to actually do like weight training. And I've been doing that here in the UK as well. I go typically twice a week, and I actually really like it. If you'd like to see me do a whole video kind of on my fitness journey and how I've come to really kind of almost enjoy going to the gym now, whereas I used to hate it, and how I found the right thing that works for me, let me know because I would totally be willing to film that. Number 5 was to send someone a card for no reason, which I've actually done several times this year, but I think the one that I checked it off for was before I left for the UK. I sent cards to my friend Fletcher and to my friend Lauren, both of whom live in New York right now, and it made me feel really happy. I actually am right now kind of become pen pals with my friend Lexi because we are sending cards back and forth from the UK to the US, and I'm hoping to continue that in 2018. Number 6 was to reach 300 subscribers on YouTube, which I knew was really ambitious, and I started the year I think with like 150, maybe even less than that. So I'm up to like 230 right now, which is huge progress, and honestly I really would love to reach 250 before the end of the year, but even if that doesn't happen, I'm still really happy with the growth that I've had. Number 7 was to drink more water and to drink at least 1 water bottle of water a day. And I actually have been doing that. I mean, I don't always know if I drink like a full bottle because sometimes I drink it in glasses or at restaurants, but I definitely have been drinking a lot more water than I did last year, and that's definitely a life change that I think I'm just incorporating into my life now and don't have to like really have as a goal anymore. The next thing is to learn 5 dishes that I love to cook, and to be honest, I didn't really do that. I did learn a couple, like 3 or 4 over the summer while I was at home, but I have a tiny kitchen here, so I don't do much cooking in it beyond like putting something in the oven, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I'm kind of okay with that because, like I said, I have a little studio apartment with a tiny kitchen, so I don't want to push myself too much because like sometimes it feels like it's not worth the mess. And if I cook and it's something that like has an aroma, that's also like my kitchen is maybe like 3 steps away from my bed. So that's kind of annoying. So I think that the whole cooking thing is going to have to wait until I graduate from my master's and I'm not living in this apartment anymore. The next thing was to get a job or fellowship or internship or get into a graduate program, and I've actually done 2 of those in 2017. So obviously I'm now here in the UK doing my master's in arts administration, but also I'm really excited because I just secured an internship for starting in January. That'll go January to April. I will definitely say more about that whenever all the details are squared away, but yeah, that's kind of a double check on that one. The next one was to film 5 collaboration videos on my channel, which I didn't. I filmed 3. I did one with my friend Kindle, which I think was like back in January, and then I've done 2 with my sister. So I don't know if that's something I can accomplish by the end of the year. I don't really know anyone here in London to collab with. If anyone's watching this and would like to collab, let me know. Or would like to have me on their channel or whatever, but I probably at least will film 1 video with Hannah whenever I'm home, so I'll almost hit the mark. The next thing was to create a PR guide for Elon Tonight, which is a TV show that I was head of PR for in this, or all of last year, and I didn't do that. It's probably too late to go back and check off that goal, but luckily I had a good friend of mine who took over the role for me, so it's safe in his hands, and I don't think that the PR guide was totally necessary. Number 12 was to go to an exercise class, which I still haven't, so I think I'm going to try and do that either before I leave for home, but I'm super busy, so I may actually try and do that like in between Christmas and the New Year's, because I can go to classes at the gym at home. So that's one that I'm really hoping to check off before the end of the year. My number 13 goal was to graduate magna cum laude, which, is that how you say it? Is it magna cum laude? Cum laude? I think it's cum laude. But I did that, so that's really exciting, so that's one that I get to check off as well. Number 14 was to post a blog post once a week for 3 months straight, which I did. I've actually been really good at keeping up with my blog. Other than, the next thing was to post a blog post once a week for 3 months straight, which I did. I've actually been, I feel like, really good at least trying to post once a week for most of this year. There have been a couple of periods where it fell through, but I've done 1 or 2 posts a week for a lot of the year, so that's really good, and I'm hoping to continue that and even expand on it in 2018. Number 15 was to visit a North Carolina historical site that I've never been to before, and I still haven't done that. Obviously, I can't do it right now because I'm in the UK, but I definitely want to try and do that once I'm home. So I go home on like the 17th of December, so I'll have some time before the end of the year, and maybe that's another thing that would be fun to do kind of in between Christmas and the New Year. The 16th thing was to work out twice a week for 1 month, and I did that in the month of October, which was my first month living here, so I'm really proud of that. I'm lucky here in that I can walk to the gym and it takes maybe like 3 minutes. So it's been fairly easy to get myself to go. My only issue like the past week or 2 has been not having mornings free to go because I've been so busy, but even then I made it once a week, so at least there's that. But I did actually do that goal. The other thing I've not tried yet is to try meditating every day for a week, which I kind of want to try like this coming week or the next week, because I'm going into the period where everything's kind of coming to a head. I know that I don't have that long before I go home, so I'm trying to wrap up stuff with work and the end of my classes and work on my essays that are due the first week of January. So I feel like I would really benefit from some meditation. So that might be one, along with like the reading thing, that I really try and focus on while I'm still here. Okay, so it's been really nice for me to kind of go over my goals and see that I actually did accomplish most of them. There's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are left. And I did 9. So I guess I didn't do most. I did like a little over half. But I know that I'm well on my way to reading 20 books, so that'll definitely get checked off. And I also, the other 3 that I really want to attempt to do this year is to go to an exercise class, visit a North Carolina historical site that I've not been to, and the meditation one. So let's see if I can get those things done before the end of the year. Let me know what your goals are. If you have goals just for the month of December, or New Year's resolutions that you're trying to pick back up and actually get accomplished, things that you wanted to do this year that you now have a kind of crunch line for. And as always, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, because it really means the world to me if you do. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you again tomorrow. Number 7 was to drink more water and drink at least 1 water bottle of waddle. What? Oh, 1 water bottle of waddle.